Hello, core artisans. My name is Shonda, and welcome to my channel, Under the Needle. So it's Thursday, and I'm here for Thankful Thursday. I did not make a video last Thursday because it was Thanksgiving. I should have made a Thanksgiving video saying Happy Thanksgiving, but and that was honestly my intention, but you know, it was family. I got involved with family, and that was my focus was on that, and so I did not make a video, so I'm making one today. And today, I am thankful for trusting my instincts. I know a lot of times I forget to say what I'm thankful for. I know sometimes you might be able to get the gist of what I'm thankful for based on what I say, but sometimes I forget to be specific about it. But today, I am thankful for trusting my instincts. I watch a lot of YouTube content, and I'm sure you guys too, and I'm sure you guys do too. But one of the people that I watch sometimes is Tiny Orchard Quilts. And, you know, I don't stalk her content. Like, there's some people where, like, literally every day I will Google, or not Google, that's the wrong word. I will do a search on YouTube. I will search their channel on YouTube to see what videos they have come out with, to make sure that I watch whatever has come out. And her channel is not one of those channels, but I do watch her content. And I did not realize that I just hadn't seen anything for a while. And one of her videos came up on my feed today. And she looked amazing, first of all. She said she's lost, you could tell she's lost a monstrous amount of weight, but she said she's lost like 100 pounds. And I'm so proud of her. Like, I wish. Like, I be having the best of intentions. And believe me, y'all, like, I eat really well. Like, I eat pretty cleanly. But I don't work out. And that's the difference between her and me, is that she worked out. And she said that she spends a lot of time running. And basically she was saying that she started to experience a bit of burnout. And she had like an experience, and she had went somewhere, and she was having difficulty like just keeping up physically, right? And I understand that. I don't have that particular issue because I have worked on my fitness a lot. I just didn't have the weight loss that goes with it. So she did the fitness and the weight loss. I've lost a lot of weight. You guys don't know that because I didn't have a channel then, but I used to be about 60 pounds heavier than I am now. So I've lost some weight, but basically the gist of it was she was saying that she started to experience, it was like a twofold. So one, she was somewhere and she was having difficulty keeping up physically, and she realized that she needed to make some changes in her fitness to where she could live her life and enjoy it, right? So that was number one. And then number two, she was experiencing she was experiencing some burnout because it seemed like everything that she was sewing was like related to the channel, and she was having to sew things that she didn't want to sew because she had to do it for the channel, and that it was starting to get really difficult. And basically she just took, I don't know that she intended at the time to take a long break, but she took a long break from like February to November. That's a long break. And she basically was saying that having to sew for work, you know, where you're starting to sew because you have to sew because because it's for the channel, like that started to weigh on her. It started to become a burden. These are not her words. This is me interpreting what she was saying. It seemed like what was a passion started to become burdensome. And I get that. I get that. Um, I I was with a group of ladies, and I don't know if it's 2020, 2021, but it was myself and Fallon over at Soviet Quilts, and Brenda with the Conquering Mount Scrap More. Sorry. Uh, and there was the lady over at Faith and Fabric. Am I getting that right? I don't know. But um, we were all trying to grow our channels, and we were trying to collaborate. And I kind of took a step back, and they all kind of took a step forward. Well, I take that back. Brenda's channel just blew up. I don't know if you've watched Brenda over at Conquering Mount Scrapmore. She's great. She's a really super, like, just kind, giving individual. Like, she just super nice. Not that the rest of them aren't, but specifically, she is just a fantastic human being. Like, just really, genuinely, right? Like right now, if I was to send Brenda a message and say, hey, I'm struggling. I really want to grow my channel. Would you do a collaboration with me? She probably would. Even if she didn't have the time, she'd probably make the time and do it for me. And so we were all kind of working together, and everybody's trying to grow their channel. But Brenda kind of, like, she just had this brilliant idea with the scraps that just took off. She found her niche. She found her niche. And that is a beautiful thing, because she basically was doing what she was always doing. And then she found an audience that just latched onto that, and she just exploded. And there were other content creators, and they have just really taken off. And I have kind of just stagnated. And I stagnated because I did not put forth the same amount of effort that they did. And the reason I didn't was because I wasn't sure if that was what I wanted. Because once you get there, you've got to keep creating. And at the end of the day, I still have a full-time job, and I still have children in my house, even though they're not babies anymore. I still have to cook and wash dishes and clean, not just behind myself and my significant other, but these other people too. And I was just really concerned that it was going to get overwhelming. And I kind of knew I made the right decision last year, because I started to have some burnout last year. And I wasn't even trying to do a whole lot. I was just sewing too many quilts, because I was trying to sew quilts not because this is the pace that I want to sew, but because I need to sew these quilts because I need to try to make content for my channel. And trying to sew quilts faster and faster and faster, and to try to make content for the channel started to weigh on me. And I had some other issues that came up as well. But that started to happen before, because I had some interpersonal issues with my job, my employment. That stuff is still going on. That has not gone away. It hasn't gone away. But I was just tired. I was kind of tired, and I decided that I just wasn't gonna do that anymore. I just wasn't gonna do that anymore. And I was just gonna sew, because I know Angela Walters, her channel is called Quilting is My Therapy. But that's really what this is. This is a release for me. For me, quilting, crocheting, any kind of crafting, it is a release from the everyday stressors of life. And my concern was that if I tried to do this as an income, that it would remove the joy that I get from it. And like maybe if I didn't have to work, like maybe if yeah, well that's it. If there was no job component, right? And I've got kids in school all day that come home at 4 o'clock, and I got, I got all day from eight, like if I had from like 8 to 3 to just be a creative and just create and sew, and that's all I had to do, and I'm not even guaranteeing that that would be okay. Um, I just like that my quilting, my sewing, there is no structure. There is no obligation. I sew what I want, when I want, and that's it. So if I feel like trashing a project and starting something completely new, I can do that. I have no obligation to an audience or to you guys to say, hey guys, I know I started sewing this quilt, but I don't want to do it anymore, and I'm on to something completely new. Because you guys don't follow me for that. That's not the kind of content that I make. I don't make the kind of content that says, oh, here's week 1, here's week 2. I tried it for a brief moment. I was not successful. Okay. So my content is not that. My content is like, this is today, right? Today I got this box in the mail and I'm finna unbox it and show y'all what I got, right? My content is, hey, it's Thursday and this is what I've been up to for the past week. That is my content. And that is what works for me. And if I leveled up on my content game, I could probably grow my channel and have a larger following. And maybe this could be an income source for me. But as much as an income source would be great, what's greater is the peace and tranquility that I get when I am creating. Because I'm doing it for me and only me. So some days I sit here and I don't sew anything. I'll spend my entire day online looking up patterns, looking at fabric, just BS and wasting time. And I can do that because I'm not pressed to create content. So I don't know if this makes sense. I don't know if I'm being coherent or not, but all I'm trying to say is that whether I'm crocheting, whether I'm sewing, whether I'm shopping for fabric or shopping for yarn or looking at patterns, any kind of patterns, watching tutorials, it is all for my own personal enjoyment. And sometimes I'm able to share that enjoyment with you. And sometimes I don't have anything to share because I'm not doing anything. Like sometimes I have nothing to share. So what have I been working on? I've been doing some crocheting. I am working on a little lap gan. This is some super bulky yarn I'm working with. Right? Doing that. Still working on these granny squares. Still doing that. Um, I did do some sewing. Um, but the sewing was actually more than a week ago. It wasn't during this week. The sewing that I did was when I made a bunch of, we got this tissue cover pattern from the Open Gate Quilts subscription box. And I took that pattern and I made 12 of them. And I took those 12 that I made and I brought them to Georgia with me for Thanksgiving. And I gave them away as little gifts. And I went on Amazon and got for $28 100 of these tissue packs. So the plan is to do some crochet like between now and New Year's. Well, between now and Christmas, especially. Between now and Christmas, the plan is to do whatever I feel like doing. I really want to make some homemade gifts for Christmas. So I think I showed you guys this before. But yeah, I'm going to make some more. I'm going to make some more of these. At least 24 of them at minimum. So at minimum, I'm going to make 24 of those because that's what I have cut out. 24. I made 12. I have 24 left. So I will be doing that. But also, I don't know if you guys, Missouri Star, at home with Misty, this week she had like 9 quick gifts that you could make. Now, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes when people be talking about quick gifts you can make, okay, if a quick gift is going to take me 5 hours, that's not really a quick gift, in my opinion. But she had some actual, genuine, quick gifts that you could make. And I think her thing said like 9 ideas, and I think she demoed like 3, and then she talked about some others. And one of the ones was like just some simple key fobs. I'm like, maybe. I got to get the tissue holders done first. So once the tissue holders are done, I may decide to make some of those projects. Now, I think one of them was like a Christmas tree ornament. I'm not going to be doing that. And I don't remember what the other one was. I don't remember. But I know in my brain, I was like, if I could make a tissue holder and then I could give them a little key fob, that would be a nice gift, like from like my kids' teachers and then also my family members. So the 12 that I made, I took them to Georgia with me. That's Adrian's family down there, and I gave those away. And that made me feel good. That made me feel really, really good because I was able to make those if I had to guess, like if I had to try to guess, I would say maybe it took me 3 hours to make those 12. I didn't time it. I'm just kind of spitballing here. I think when I make the next set, I might actually time it. So, so yeah, I'm excited. That made me feel good. It made me feel good to give a homemade gift to someone who probably has never gotten a homemade gift before. That made me feel good. So I want to make some more for my own family and for teacher gifts. And once I get those made, ideally, I would like to make some key fobs as well. Yeah, I think that would be nice. That would be nice. I'm really excited about that. Also, I did sign up as a volunteer creator for a hospital in my area. Where you just sign up as a volunteer to donate items. Now, I guess they have a lot of Because like the main thing was if you're going to sign up for this program, then you have to commit to dropping off at least one item every 90 days. And I get it because um, they say that as funds are permitted, they will reimburse you for your materials. I don't want to be reimbursed for my materials because to be honest, I've got that I don't need to be reimbursed for my materials. So I don't know if that's why they do it or not, but they do say there is a requirement where every 90 days you have to drop off at least one item. So there's that. Um, I don't really anticipate a problem with that. I don't. So I think I'm gonna just in case I get lazy. I think I'm gonna bring probably all of the hats that I've made and probably a couple of quilts, and then I'll have 90 days before I have to bring the next batch. So I'm really excited about that. So because they're gonna go to hospitals. I signed up with a local hospital, and I will be donating my items there to where people will be able to use them, and that makes me feel good this Christmas, honestly, because I've been a bit lacking in Christmas spirit this Christmas, um, and I feel like that's gonna help because I find that when you are lacking the Christmas spirit on the inside, the best thing for you to do to recapture it is to have others pour into you. And the best way to have others pour into you is when you pour into them. So I am going to pour into my community and hope that some of that Christmas spirit rubs off on me. So I don't know, guys. I feel really good. I feel good. I haven't even donated anything yet, and I feel good. Um, they're open, I think it's Tuesday. I know they're not open Monday, and they're not open weekends. I don't know if it's Tuesday to Thursday or Tuesday to Friday from like 8:30 to 4 or something like that. So probably Tuesday I'm going to go. I'm off all next week. I have no work next week. So I think definitely Tuesday is going to be the day that I go and drop off my stuff. So that gives me the weekend to get everything washed, right? Because you want everything kind of clean. So I've got some scent-free detergent. So I'm just going to wash any quilts and anything that I plan on bringing so that there are no like scents or odors or anything like that. Um, yeah, guys. Although I don't feel particularly Christmassy right now, because we put our tree up. Well, sorry, no. Um, so we got a new tree last year right after Christmas, so we could get it on sale because that's how you have to buy your tree. You buy your new tree after Christmas so you can get it at least 50% off. That's how you get your tree. And so we bought a new tree last year, and so this year, and I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys know, but the first year you put up a new artificial tree, it is such a chore to get all of those branches fluffed out. And so that's what we did. Not yet, not Wednesday, but Tuesday. So Tuesday, we put the tree up and we got all the branches fluffed out. It's a pre-lit tree, but we like lights. So we put the lights on it. And then I guess this weekend, I don't know, we'll probably do it tomorrow. Tomorrow, or Saturday, we'll go ahead and we'll get it decorated. And so I'm excited. I wasn't excited the day Tuesday. I was not excited. I had to force the Christmas spirit. And I'm sure if you have children that you're used to having to do that, where maybe it might not be Christmas spirit, but when you have to force happiness and joy when maybe you don't feel it. And I don't know if everybody does that, but I do that. I always felt like if I'm upset, my children don't need to know that I'm upset. If I'm sad, my children don't need to know that I'm sad. So I've always been the put on a brave face in front of your children type. Not anyone else, but specifically when it comes to my children, specifically when they were small. Because, I don't know, it's just like, I don't like the idea of my 2-year-old coming up to me and being like, are you okay, mommy? You look sad. I don't, life is hard enough. I don't need my toddler worrying about my mental health. That's just me. That's just me. I understand everybody's not like that, but that's just me. Because I don't really have a lot of mental health issues, right? I'm basically healthy mentally. I understand that there are people in this life that struggle way more than I do, and they don't have that luxury. I also understand that I have a remarkable ability to compartmentalize, and I feel like it's a gift and a curse to be able to completely hide your feelings. I have an astounding ability to completely hide my feelings, which is a blessing and a curse. So, anywho, I've prattled on long. I didn't even realize this video was this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this video was this long. I really am. I had no intention for it to be this long. But anywho, I am thankful. And I'm thankful for you guys, as always. And I'm thankful that I can compartmentalize, even though it's a curse sometimes. And I am thankful that I did not try to turn this channel into a business endeavor. Because I feel like even if I could have been successful and it could have been profitable, I feel like it would have been at the detriment of my mental health. So, that is it for me, and I will see you guys next video.